Hello, is a nosy stinktail here with a little playthrough. Today we have some World of Warcraft for you. We're on the stormforge private server set in Mist of Pandaria. This is a server that just launched today, and heckin' I've been pretty excited for because there's not a lot of MOP servers right now. Everybody's mostly excited for Legion, so I wanted to do some recording to commemorate the event. I've noticed that there's not a lot of good quality private server playthroughs on YouTube, so I thought I would try my paws at making one and see if there's any interest. This is probably gonna be a pretty quiet playthrough, pretty slow playthrough. So heckin' good for sticking on in the background. I don't typically play with game sound because I've heckin' played for so long that it all just becomes noise to you eventually. So maybe you'll give this a listen while you're leveling your own characters, or heckin' at work, or on a drive, or what have you. I don't really have a specific time length for these videos. Just kinda gonna be whatever I feel like each episode. Nor do I really have any in-game goals in mind in particular. It just depends on what you guys want to see, if anybody watches this. I do like ratings, so that's kind of that'd be the closest thing to a goal for the playthrough, is might clear some Mist of Pandaria raids eventually, if all goes well. But yeah, I thought I've never really caught the release of a new server before, so when I heard about this one, I thought, well, that would be a good time to do a YouTube playthrough. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Yeah. So I went ahead and made a character just to make sure everything was looking good and working. I'll give you the rundown of my setup here. So two pretty basic add-ons. We got bartender and we got move anything, just because I'm a little picky with my UI. Other than that, though, we're just gonna heckin' kind of wing it. We are a druid, night elf druid, and the horde side is usually a little more populated on these private servers, but night elf druids are the prettiest kitty form, so I can, we really don't have any choice there. So yeah, this is oh boy, it's pretty laggy right now, apparently. A lot of people playing. Usually Stormforge is pretty good connection, so that'll probably improve later on. Right now we have, well, I should give you some info about the server. So it's pretty standard Mist of Pandaria. The main thing is ×3 XP rates, so the leveling is going to be much faster, which is good because I don't like leveling too much. Today it's actually ×4.5, just for launch day though, so gonna take advantage of that for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics. I imagine most of these episodes will be probably like half an hour and above, because heckin' otherwise nothing's really gonna happen in a whole episode. Like, it's World of Warcraft. You can't do a 10-minute and 11-second video. You're never gonna be done. So that's what I would expect. Yeah. So here's let's get started. I've done these heckin' intro quests so many times. Oh no, he's beating me to the kills. I'll have to compete some. I think I got that one first. Heck you. Heckin' nerd. Meow, 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 meow. So, most likely looking to start hitting up the dungeon finder queue as soon as we're high enough. So we probably won't quest super long. It says 450 ping, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels better, so I think that's just not accurate. It doesn't feel like we're much above 110, to be honest. So one perk of Mr. Pandaria is that it's gonna be a little easier to dual spec when we're leveling, as opposed to Lich King. Because you have, you got the passive trait to have your intellect apply to agility in kitty form, so definitely makes it less painful. Oh, look at that! We got we got the bag drop. That's how you know a blessed playthrough right there. When RNGesus decides to deliver you an early bag. So, in terms of group content, though, and specs and such, I'm looking to mainly be Resto Druid. I do enjoy the healing, mostly. So that's mainly what you're gonna be seeing. I've already got some sweaty players up to level 30. I imagine that some people are close to 90 right now. The server has been up for, let's see, about 9 hours. Obviously, you're not going to see anywhere near this activity in the leveling zones after a few weeks have passed. I would anticipate that this server stays up for a little over a year, probably. Maybe 2 years before they move on to a Legion server. Oh no, I may have gone up here for no reason. Heck. There, I was bragging about how many times I've done the quest. Biff, biff, biff. Oh, dang. I'm thinking for episode 1, maybe we get to level 15 and finish off with a dungeon. Maybe the goal here today. Ah, we got the stances. Oh, where the heck is our stance bar? Huh. I do not see it. That could be a problem. Huh. No, I can finish off this training dummy or in combat. May need to relog. Okay. See if we can get our stance bar to reappear. Definitely want to be a kitty as soon as we can. Ah, there we go. You'll have little things like that happen with any new server, of course. Any private server. There we go. Meow, 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 meow. This is definitely my favorite druid kitty from all the choices, appearance-wise. Always looked like a bit of a moon spirit or something. And of course, if anybody wanted to start up a character, we could definitely level together and stuff if you felt like doing so. Heckin' kitty cat form is definitely ideal for leveling. Now, heckin' setting up the hotbars is always a pain with the druid. You gotta do it so many times. Okay. In older expansions, one may be tempted to obsessively collect items. Just random trash that mobs drop. Because you really do need every penny to learn your spells. But in Mr. Pandaria is when you start just auto-learning them. Which I kind of miss spells having different tiers, you know? But I definitely don't miss them costing a bunch of money. I may just try to turn off the chat. Because, you know, players are generally the worst part of WoW. I would advise just never looking at it. You did not used to get teleported. It's very handy. But we will for sure get to show you guys lots of the dungeons and stuff of this era, how stuff works. Some of the cooler quests maybe as well. The triple XP is very nice for being able to just kind of show people the highlights of WoW instead of needing to do every little side quest of gathering 12 berries or whatever the fuck to be on level. You can pretty much keep on pace at triple rate and a little above it, so it's very nice for being sort of, wanting to see the cooler stuff without necessarily needing a group every time. You can pretty reasonably get 5-6 levels over leveled and do group content solo on a couple of classes, Druid being one of them. I went to Fazoli's earlier. I don't know if you guys have Fazoli's or if you might happen to be. It's like an Italian place, but like kind of like Italian fast food. Like it's not as good and it's cheaper than Olive Garden. It's like a cheap Olive Garden. So it's pretty alright. It's kind of like a pretty greasy, sort of satisfying in that way. Much yum. I will apparently not find this friend. Could have sworn they were like right over here. Maybe they're finally heckin' at the top of the tree. It used to send you to the top of the tree every like 2 seconds. These intro quests. So like most of your level 1 to 8 or so experience was just running up and down a tree. But most of the intro quests have been redesigned over the years, tinkered with slightly. Ah, yes, there he is. Yeah, he didn't used to give you this either. Back and get a little slow fall. Hail, Mr. Druid, could you deliver my letter? Yeah, whatever. I would choose our spec at 10 as well. Rawr! I'm the alpha kitty around here. Heck you. Pee on you. Psst. I wonder if spider webs are warm when they come straight out the butt. Or if they're heckin' like just room temperature. I bet they're warm. That probably feels interesting to get webbied up by a big heckin' web puppy. Oh, what are these owls? Saw someone else coming in. Little road snack though. Yep, there we go. Take a snacky with us on the way back. Ah, there's a purge. As far as trade skills, probably going alchemist. It's just really nice to have mana potions for raids. Finally, we found an owl with feathers. This world is full of featherless owls and toothless saber cats and all that stuff. Tuskless boars. And restoration we shall be. We've pretty much outleveled this starter area now, thanks to the XP rate. We can head on to the shore. Just turn in what we got. Should probably unlock this flight path. Oh, we're already heckin'. Okay. So be it. And we can head straight to Darkshore. Whatever you do, don't look too hard at my hot bars. I've been told they're disgusting. This thing is very breedable. It's a little birdie Dorsey. I'll ruffle them feathers any day. Meow. I don't remember that flight path going this way. Yeah, they should have an Easter egg, like a secret, like level 127 raid boss, just like chilling on one of these branches. That's what I would do. I think that Mist of Pandaria is one of my favorite expansions, if not my favorite. Just I've always mostly been a healer. That's always my main role in MMOs, and I think that the healing is just the class design for healers is the best in Mist of Pandaria. They all feel engaging and unique enough that you want to bring pretty much any of them. They're all viable. Having a nice mix is good. And this is one of the, I believe this area is one of the first they showed off as heckin' different after Cataclysm, when they changed up the map and everything. Because Deathwing did himself an Aimgi fly around the place. There used to be a, dock, I think, and a boat that you could take somewhere and do something with. I forget where it took you. But then that thing was like, "Grar, no more dock. I hate boats." Vial spray. I'll give you a vial spray. Let's see. Come get rescued by a kitty. You can ride me to shore. I give the purrs of resuscitation. About. There we go. I promise it'll get more interesting eventually. Once we're actually doing group content. Early kitty move speed is such a blessing for questing, though. I was on the fence about whether or not to, like, play music in the background of the Let's Play. Just because, it's not like there's much to say about a WoW playthrough, you know. It's early on anyways, it's pretty quiet. But YouTube always bitches about music. Tries to, like, mute parts of your video and stuff. So it's like, alright, fine. No music. You can thank capitalism. Fairy heart, the pink kitty. That's good. That's pretty good. I've been playing some Fallout 76 lately, and and playing it because someone I watch a lot, I can plays it, and it's, I mean it's better than it was at launch, but it's still pretty bad sometimes. I don't know. It's I love how your relationship with Mr. Todd. Todd's magical live service adventure. Heckin' does make me feel chatty though. Maybe do a playthrough of that sometime on the channel if you guys think that'd be fun. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Maybe I'll start an all-druid guild. Let me know in the comments if anyone's interested in joining that, maybe. I wonder if you get swept away if you go in the heckin' rapids there. I don't remember anything like that. It'd be fun though. It's just let's find out. Nah. Oh, it might be tough to get a kill of this boyo. Oh, he just hit updated. Okay. Oh, that'll work too. I have a little scheme. That Fazoli's I was talking about earlier, they give infinite breadsticks. They just like refill them if you eat them all. So I hid some breadsticks in my pockets, and I got a refill, and now I got breadsticks. Olive Garden does the same thing. I bet it would also work at Olive Garden. I certainly feel like there was more quests around here in earlier expansions. Maybe the level requirements are just higher, though. So I'm not really getting off of many of them yet. That is one thing you'll learn about high rate servers like this. It's often just a matter of when you unlock quests in certain areas that you move on to them. Eventually, we do get a few more kitty spells, even in Restoration Spec, that make it a slightly more interesting combat. But we are almost 15. I think this quest will probably do it. And then we can check out a dungeon. Mousy! Road snack. Nope. Somebody's been heckin' wiping them out. Oh, another kitty. Gonna have to pee on him. I can show him this is my territory. These are my hunting grounds. There we go. 15. The first talent. I usually go for feline swiftness as the first one. Healer. Boop. Pretty much an instant Q. That's kind of what I expected. Meanwhile, we will continue the questing. I may do a Death Knight at some point as well. After my Druid. Druid's gonna be my main though. May do other healers too. There we go. Is that nowadays it's definitely tanks that are the rarest in traditional MMOs. It was healers at one point, but it has become tanks by a wide margin. There we go. And a really nice thing about druids for leveling queues is resto can still DPS because you can pop in a kitty form. Don't gotta waste your mana on it, so it's easy to contribute a bit of DPS. Speed things up. Where's the raid style party frames? That's always one of my first things that I want. Boop. There we go. Then unlock it. Oh wow, the dungeon is... Okay. So the dungeon is pretty laggy right now. Oh, I should probably get details as well. I do like to be a little min-maxy. Look at the DPS and such. Look at the sick parses. Is this a warrior? Oh yeah, that's why the DPS is going so fucking wild. Yeah, the warrior's pretty infamous in vanilla for being both the best tanks and the best DPS. And while that's not the case anymore in Miss Pandaria, it pretty much still applies early on, or low levels. They're definitely still have a whiff of that overpoweredness left about them pre-level 60. I'm definitely gonna grab details after this. So the dungeon drops major packets right now, as you can tell, but the actual ping is like pretty stable. It's you only have my word for this, but like my casts are not that delayed, even on launch day. They're pretty smooth. So I am very impressed right away. The first impressions of Stormforge is pretty good. It's quite well coated, quite smooth. I guess you're getting a taste if you are looking at chat. I assume most of you are going to watch this as a background thing. But if you are looking at chat, you're getting a taste of the language balance here. It is a primarily English server. Just so you know that if you're thinking about it. So definitely plenty of English players to play with. But, you know, yeah, we got, I don't know, Stormforge's history, I'd say it was like maybe 70% English, 30% couple other languages. Strewn about there, which is nice. Pretty much whatever you speak, you have at least a couple guild options. the low leveling experience, Mr. Pandaria. Pretty easy. Heals are massively overtuned for until you get to like 40 pretty much. You're pretty golden. Living root. That before they gutted most of the cool effects on low level gear, that was best in slot for like to like max level. To like 60. It used to have I forget the proc on it, but it used to have a really good proc. Oddly for tanks, I think. I have to pee. I think even in Mr. Pandaria though, I won't be replacing that staff for like another 10 levels. So that's pretty nice to grab. But this is pretty much what you're gonna be seeing for this playthrough, is dungeon spam. At least until max level. Let's go ahead and equip our staff. Yeah. Drive me crazy having no cures yet. I keep trying to, like, instinctively be like, where's my cure? Got those loaded dice today. Making big wins. Ooh. There we go again. It is cloth, but the intellect is nice. That's nice, but, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and greet it. Because it's definitely a feral set. Hey, I gotta pick up the quest at least. Not that I can complete them, but you know, maybe we'll get this in the queue again. Ooh, what lag. I'll pull him from the nightmare and all that stuff, sir, but can I suck your udders as a reward? Kitty needs some milk. I'll declare my intention now to make this playthrough as ghetto as it can be. I intend to spend not a minute of time editing or any of that. Heck that. Gonna get to join me for all my bathroom breaks and all that. Hey, well, cabbage. Well, doubt it's the last time I'll be in here. I'll keep these quests on my journal. And that is heckin'. That's our first dungeon. Heckin'. An hour into the character. So it just goes to show you the speed of these servers. Okay. I think I'm going to take a little break for now. And heckin' next episode, it'll be dungeon delving. Most likely, for, till 90. We'll get to Stormwind eventually too, though. Heckin' get our trade skill and everything. Stinkulator, second nerds.